Louis Morales, Black Film and TV. Louis, how's it going?
How are you, sir? Nice to see you today.
Good, good. You know, obviously, you're becoming a Disney favorite because you got a couple of projects with them. You know, so here you're playing Grant, the boss that maybe people do not like. But what went into saying yes to taking on this project?
Jillian Bell. I wanted to work with Jillian, and the role sort of came across, and that was pretty much it. I was like, cool. I mean, Sharon Maguire, Bridget Jones' Diary, Bridget Jones' Baby, the pedigree's there. Isla Fisher is like a comedic heavyweight. Jane Curtin. I don't know if I knew Jane Curtin was in it, but Jillian and I did a movie called Brittany Runs a Marathon together last year. No, we shot it. I don't even know when it came out. I think it came out last year. I don't know what year it is, bro. But just to have the chance to work with her again was what I was excited about.
You know, when you're working with these comedians, do you feel a little off, or do you ask yourself, do you have enough funny bones to compete?
Nah, man, I'm good. I think I'm okay. I know what I bring is unique, just like what Isla brings is unique and what Jillian brings is unique. And I also know that we are interested in what's funny.
Mhm.
And what's funny is not about competition. It's about sort of building moments together. And comedy at its best is like a jazz band. Everyone's playing their instruments together. They're allowing for solos. We are always in support of one another. And so when you've got great comedic actors working together, what's wonderful about it is that everybody wants everyone else to shine. You know, it's not like drama where you're like, give me my close up. You know what? I don't even want an actor there. Just let me stare at a tennis ball. Like, we want each other there. We want to see each other do well. And we all want to laugh. Like, we're all trying to ruin the take. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes it so fun.
Tell me more about your character, Grant. You know, obviously you take on a role, you read your sides. What is it about him? What more can you say about him? And how do you even relate to that character?
I can relate to Grant in that if I were put in charge of a news station, I probably would be awful at it too. The big difference between he and I is that I think he chose that as his profession, whereas I would just be dropped into it. That's pretty much where the comparison ends. I think it's fun to play a baddie and an antagonist because no human being would ever speak to another human being. I mean, as far as I know, there are human beings who speak the way that Grant does. I don't know how well they do in their private lives, but I had fun sort of being able to work opposite of Santiago and Isla and Jillian, playing this kind of baddie and again, just trying to make them laugh. Like, what's the most ridiculous thing a human being could do? And that's kind of like the perspective with which I approach the character.
You know, you do a film like this and you look at the characters and you look at the occupations that they do you look at media differently, knowing the hard work that these individuals have to do in terms of coming back with a story that's going to get on air, and having to be outside and capturing something that, you never know if it's going to sell to an audience or not. And then when, as yourself, we're home, we turn on the TV, we're looking at news, and you see some stories, and like, okay, I kind of did a movie similar to what these people had to go through.
Yeah, breaking a story today, I can imagine, is very difficult. I think truth sometimes takes a back seat to entertainment. I mean, I think everybody would agree. And I think that this movie sort of sheds light on this idea that, like, my character for sure only cares about clicks. Like, I want attention, I want to go viral, I want people to love me, I care about competition, I want to be number one. I don't want stories about truth, I don't want stories about heart, I don't want people connecting. I want to watch stuff that's going to get views, give me views. And as a result, he's not a very nice guy. He's actually pretty empty inside. He's pretty mean and nasty to the people around him. He's pretty unlikable. And he doesn't have a connection spiritually to anything. There's no faith, there's no hope, there's no light, love, or magic inside of him. Watch me just judge the crap out of my own character. But like, what I think the other characters, Jillian, Isla, Santiago, our two girls, Willa and young Jillian and Jane, they bring to the movie is a sense of hope, spirit, magic. Like what is really important? You know, what is the point of this human experience? Why are we here? Are we here to get likes, or are we here to sort of love one another and create some sense of harmony as people? And media is a huge thing, and hearing my opinions on it, nobody, I mean, I'm not equipped. I wouldn't begin to say that I'm qualified to talk about it in a way that, you know, I just don't think anybody cares what I have to say. And I don't mean that in like a flippant way, but I think that this movie does a good job of at least asking the question of what is important to us as people.
You know, Jillian's playing his godmother, and you think about, you know, we've all grown up and we've all heard of a godmother somewhere, you know, whether it's you leave your tooth underneath the bed and you hope to get something and so forth. You know, what was your first impression of hearing of a fairy godmother? Was it through books? Was it through your parents telling you a story?
I'm sure it was through stories, the tooth fairy, all that stuff, you know. But there was always, for me, like that older kid who ruins it for you. Like, I feel like all those things got swept out from under me real quick. My neighbor, Robbie, had an older brother named Evan. And I think that I think he kind of he killed our innocence real early. But
telling you Santa Claus?
Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, all of it. The groundhog. He was just like, nope. It's your parents. Nope, that's your parents too. That one might be your granddad. And so, but I think stories about magic, about heroism, about light triumphing over dark, about the chances to be brave, the chance to really get to know yourself, to inspire. Those things resonated with me. They still do to this day.
You've got Free Guy, which got pushed back to next year, you know.
Yeah.
But so, you know, you never know about timing. But either way, it's a project that's done and it's going to come out and people are going to see it. You know, what goes into the projects you say yes to?
The people that I get to work with. I mean, I've had such a blessed career as far as who I've gotten a chance to work with. I've gotten to work with Ryan Reynolds, Rel Howery, Ice Cube, Cedric the Entertainer, JB Smooth, Vanessa Williams. I've gotten a chance to work with, oh man, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like Brie Larson, Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, Adam Devine, like on this job, Jillian Bell, Michaela Watkins, Isla Fisher. Like, I've gotten to work with some Taika Waititi, Jodie Comer, Joe Keery, Sean Levy, Sharon McGuire. Like, I've gotten, and I didn't even name any of the directors I got a chance to work with. I could just sit here and just drop names all day. It doesn't matter. But like, the point is these are exceptional talents, very smart, driven, ambitious, loving, kind people. And I've been really lucky to work with a lot of great, caring and supportive actors and artists.
You know, when you're working on an ensemble with the names you just mentioned, obviously you're all learning from each other. But for every project is a new director. And what is it you're picking up from this particular film that you can take on to your next project? You know, is there anything in terms of the style of directing that you probably had not learned that you said, okay, I'm gonna do this next time?
You know, it's about confidence building, right? So with this movie, with Godmothered, I came in and I did me, whatever that means, right? Like, I did my thing. And it was received really well by Sharon, our director, who's done some incredible projects, right? Some like genre defining movies. Bridget Jones' Diary is like one of the best rom-coms ever made. And to have her be like, I see what you're doing. I believe in what you're doing. Keep doing it is great. Is just great for my confidence. You know, I've been working for a very, very long time, but moments like that really, they still matter to go into the next job with that same momentum, right? Of being like, yeah, this worked on the last one. I'm gonna do it again. Let's get this. Come on, I feel good. Like I just hit the gym. They liked what I was. Let's go. So I really appreciate her giving me that vote of confidence because it'll carry through.
Well said. It's good talking to you. Obviously, we have more to discuss down the road. Keep doing your thing and stay safe.
Thank you, sir. You as well. Have a great evening.
Take care.